Good morning, children. This is your computer class, and today we will do last part of chapter number 2, input and output devices. In this chapter, beta, we have already discussed IPO cycle, that is input process output cycle, then hardware and software, and under hardware we have already discussed different types of input as well as output devices. Now we will start with computer memory. So memory is a place in computer where you can store all your work. That means all your videos, audios, images, everything can be stored in the memory of the computer. So we have already done in the previous class that memory is basically of two types, primary memory and secondary memory. So today we will discuss about the memory of the computer. So let's begin from page number 19 from your book. Primary memory. The internal or main memory of the computer is called primary memory. So primary memory is also known as main memory or internal memory. This memory stores the data and information that are running in the computer. It is mainly for working of computer. It is of two types. So primary memory stores all the data and information that is running on your computer. Mainly this memory is for running the computer itself. It is basically of two types. First one is RAM and second one is ROM. So let's begin with ROM first. ROM is read-only memory. ROM stands for read-only memory. It is written during the manufacturing of the computer and can't be rewritten or changed. The data and instructions in ROM can only be read. It contains permanent instructions for the CPU. So beta, as I already said, primary memory, this ROM is first example of primary memory. ROM means read-only memory. That means by name itself it is clear that you can read the data that is stored on ROM, but if you want to write it again, you want to make changes to it, that is not possible. Beta, ROM actually stores all the instructions, all the processing that is required to run the computer, right? So booting process, you must have heard about booting process. When you switch on your computer, then apne aap computer takes some time, and after that, after few minutes you get the screen that contains few icons and start button. So wo jo sara process hota hai, that all is done by computer itself. So all the instructions that are stored to run the computer itself, those are stored on the ROM, and these instructions are permanently stored in the CPU. You cannot change it. You can read it, but you cannot make any change to it. So that is ROM. Next one is RAM. RAM is random access memory. RAM stands for random access memory. It is also called as read and write memory because the data and information it can be read and written. So random access memory, randomly you can access this memory. So it is read and write memory. You can read the information or data stored on it, as well as if you want to make some changes, you can also do that. It holds all the data temporarily. Whenever we run a program on the computer, all the information, that is details of the program, gets stored in RAM, and when we terminate the program, the information stored in RAM gets erased. So beta, it stores the data on temporary basis. That means whenever you switch off the computer or your computer gets switched off due to loss of electricity or something like that, so whatever you have done, whatever is stored on the RAM, that all will get erased. So that is why we say RAM is a temporary memory. Beta, in simple words, it works like your class blackboard. Blackboard, you know what is blackboard? Your different teachers come to your class. They suppose first period is English teacher will come to your class. She uses the board, whatever जो आप लिखा होता है सारा लिख देते हैं, and suppose now next period is there, say next period is maths. So whenever maths teacher will come, if she needs the same board, what will she has to do? उनको क्या करना पड़ता है? She has to erase all the things that are written by English teacher on the board. So first of all, what will she do? She will erase the things that are written by the previous teacher, and then only she can utilize the board for maths. So RAM works just similar to your blackboard only. It has a limited capacity. जो काम आप currently, presently, whatever you are doing on computer, that will get stored on RAM. But whenever space is full and you want to do something new, then obviously the lastly written program will get automatically erased. Right? So that is how RAM works. Right? So next important part of memory is secondary memory. Secondary memory, also known as external memory or auxiliary memory. So let's read about this. The external memory of the computer is called the secondary memory. It is used to store the data and instructions permanently. So main important thing here is it can store the data permanently. So these are the different external memory devices, secondary memory devices. First one is hard disk. Hard disk is a type of secondary storage device. It is fixed inside the CPU box. It is made up of layers of many flat plates known as platters which hold the data. So beta, you can see the picture of hard disk in your book. This is a secondary, or you can say external storage device. It is fitted inside the CPU box. Right? So it is external storage device which is fixed inside the CPU, and it is made up of many layers of flat plates, और उन plates को कहते हैं platters, and ये जो platters होते हैं, these are used to store the data. While working in a program, the CPU uses RAM for processing. So when you are working with some program, the first memory where your data gets stored is obviously the RAM. When we click the save button to save the file, it is copied from RAM to the hard disk, which can be accessed later on. It is used to store a large amount of information. So first of all, as I told you earlier, everything gets stored in RAM. And whenever you click on file menu and then you click on save option to save your file, where does your file get saved? It gets saved in the hard disk, so that if you want to access it in the future, if you want to use the same work or file in the future, you can always open it from the hard disk. So hard disk is a permanent storage device. It is a secondary storage device. Next example of secondary memory is CD, that is known as compact disk. Unlike hard disk, a compact disk is a portable device. It is not a part of the CPU. It has less memory than hard disk. Right? So hard disk is portable device. Portable means something which can be carried out from one place to another. Right? जिसको आप easily, something that can be transferred from one place to another, because it is not a part of CPU. It is not fixed inside the CPU. although it has less memory as compared to hard disk, but it also falls under the category of external storage device. So next is different types of CDs. There are basically 3 different types of CDs. Let's read out about these one by one. CD-ROM is the first one. It stands for compact disk read-only memory. In this kind of storage, we can only read but not write. Computer games are usually available on CD-ROMs. So you all play video games on computer. So those video games are stored on the CD-ROM only, because video games mein what happens, you can use those video games, but if you want to change the format of those video games as per you cannot do that. So that is why we say CD-ROM is a kind of storage where we can read the data, we can use the data, but we cannot write it, we cannot make changes to it. Next is CD-R. It stands for compact disk recordable. Now, recordable word aaya hai, that means something that can be recorded. In this type of storage, we can write the data only one time. No new data can be written on it. The written data from CD-R cannot be deleted. So CD-R is where you can record, there is a possibility of writing data on CD-R once. मतलब आप एक बार data लिख सकते हो उस पे, and then, but whatever you have written once, it cannot be deleted. You cannot rewrite it. दोबारा नहीं लिख सकते आप. Next is CD-RW. It stands for compact disk rewritable. Rewritable means you can write again and again. So in this type of storage, we can write data more than once. Data from CD-RW can also be erased. So rewritable means you can write data, you can write instructions on CD-RW as many times as you want. You can make changes on it, right? So this is all for compact disk. Now next topic is DVD. Digital versatile disk. A DVD is similar to CD, but it has larger storage capacity. DVDs are usually used to store large files such as movies, videos, etc. It produces better quality pictures. DVDs run in DVD drives. So DVD is same as CD. First difference is that DVD can store more data as compared to CD. And second main difference is that DVD is picture quality is more clear as compared to the CD. So beta, as to run CD on your computer, you need CD drive. In the same way, to run DVD on your computer, you need DVD drive, right? Last जो secondary storage device है बेटा, that is pen drive. A pen drive is a small portable device that is used to store and transfer large amount of data from one computer to another. It is also called memory stick. Its storage capacity is larger than CD and DVD. So pen drive is again one portable. Portable means where you can transfer that drive from one place to another. You can carry that storage device from one place to another. ठीक है जी? So portable means transfer. You can transfer with the help of this pen drive. You can transfer large amount of data from one computer to another computer. It is also known as memory stick, and it can hold more data as compared to CD and DVD. A pen drive is compact. Compact means small in size, and can easily be carried around. That I already told you that it can be taken from one place to another place. It can be used by plugging it into the USB port of the computer. So you can see in the picture also, एक साइड पे आपको एक पॉइंट नजर आ रहा है. दिस पॉइंट इज द एरिया from where you can plug it in the USB port of your computer, right? So these all were the secondary storage devices. Beta, now we will read this no more part at the end of your chapter. A computer uses various storage devices to store information. It stores information in the form of 0 and 1. So beta, computer internally stores all the information in the form of 0 and 1. 2 digits only. These are called binary digits or bits. So इस 0 और 1 को क्या कहते हैं? Binary digits or bits. Bit is the smallest unit of data in a computer. Combination of 8 bits make up 1 byte. Computer memory is measured in bytes. So before reading this list given, let me tell you beta, measurement unit आपने सुना होगा. To measure each thing, we have a different measurement unit. In simple words, if you want to measure sugar, flour, things like that, what measurement unit we use? We use kilograms. In the same way, if you want to measure liquid, milk measure करना है आपने, water measure करना है, what measurement unit we use? हम ऐसे तो नहीं कहते कि 2 किलो पानी. No, liters. Liquid is measured in liters. Another example is distance. अभी distance measure करना है. How far is Moga from Baga Purana? So you will not say that it is 15 kg away from Baga Purana. No, we don't say this. We say 15 kilometers away from Baga Purana, right? So to measure each and everything, we have different measurement unit. In the same way, computer memory can also be measured, and the measurement unit that is used to that we use to measure memory is binary digits, bits, bytes, right? So this is the list how these computer memory is measured. 8 bits is equal to 1 byte. 1024 kilobytes is equal to 1 megabyte. 1024 byte is equal to 1 kilobyte, and 1024 megabyte is gigabyte, 1 gigabyte, right? So MB and GB are commonly used memory units. So beta, in your senior classes we will get to know more about these units of memory. So for now, that's all for your chapter. In your next class, we will discuss the back exercise of this chapter. So thank you so much, kids.